Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest. The William Pace Show, asking the questions you want to ask, getting the answers everyone wants to know. It's a new season of the William Pace Show. We're raising the bar with more commitment to educate, inform, encourage, inspire, empower, and help you have your best life. Everyone deserves to have their best life. I'm just staying the course. Here we go.
Watch the William Pace Show tonight. My name is Fred Klett. I'm on it, and I think you're going to see a new side of William Pace that will interest all of you. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm William Pace. My guests star Geraldine Blunden of DCDC, Dayton Contemporary Dance Company, and comic Fred Klett. By popular demand, we're starting the William Pace Show Fan Club, and you can become an annual member by paying $25. Checks and money orders should be made payable to the William Pace Show and mailed to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. You'll receive a button and a t-shirt and several other nice gifts from the show. Each week we start the show out by reading letters from the viewers, and I just love this part of the show. I love hearing from you. To write to the William Pace Show, write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show. The first letter is from Kevin Martin of Urbana, Ohio. Dear Mr. Pace, your show is so refreshing, wholesome, informative, and always entertaining. I really enjoyed the segment with you and Jimmy Walker. Recently I discovered that you produce and direct your own show. You are to be commended for your excellent work. Thanks so much for bringing original television to Dayton. Sincerely, Kevin Martin of Urbana. Thank you very much, Kevin, for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to Christopher's Restaurant in Kettering, Ohio. The next letter is from Joyce Grant of Dayton. Dear William, I just love your operatic singing. Please sing more operatic arias on your show. You are a multi-talented young man. The home visit segment part of your show is my favorite. Your visits to the elderly shut-ins is such a humanitarian gesture on behalf of your show. I look forward to more of your operatic singing. Sincerely, Joyce Grant. Thank you very much, Joyce, for writing, and we're going to send you a box of Esther Price candy. The next letter is from Sally Jones of Yellow Springs, Ohio. Dear William, there is something special about you and your show. Your show is the shining light in Dayton. I just love the celebrity segment interviews. You are really a blessing to the community. A devoted fan, Sally Jones. Well, thank you very much, Sally, for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to Mahaffey's Pies. We have one new advertiser. They are Bally's Victani Health Club. We thank you for your support of the William Pace Show, and I would like to encourage other advertisers and sponsors to come on my show. We really need your help. We simply couldn't do it without you. For all your mechanical and body work needs, be sure to go to Bill's Mechanical and Body Shop, located at 2703 Linden Avenue. For more information, call Brownie at 256-9722. Coming up next, conversation with Geraldine Blunden of DCDC, Dayton Contemporary Dance Company.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
She was a lady with a dream some 24 years ago. The dream was DCDC, Dayton Contemporary Dance Company. My guest is Geraldine Blunden. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
I want to know, where did this dream, what's the root of it? How did it start some 24 years ago?
Well, it started probably just teaching classes.
Mm-hmm.
I was interested in providing good quality dance classes in the black community. You know, the studios weren't still segregated
Mm-hmm.
as such. Nobody was refused, but you really could not go anywhere but probably Swartz School of Dance to get good training. She couldn't take everybody, so I wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm. So you became sort of like a spin-off from her company then?
Yes.
Okay. As a little girl, did you have an idea that you would be a dancer, be a dance instructor? Was that something that was there an inner voice inside you that kept pushing you on to dance?
Well, my mother probably was my inner voice.
Mm.
Like, you can't quit. You must, you committed to this year, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I really wanted to quit. I think at an early age I knew that on the stage was where I wanted to be.
How could you tell?
I went to see Caramoo House do an opera in Memorial Hall, Madame Butterfly, I think it was. I couldn't understand a word they were saying, but I knew that lady had that audience as she was singing, and that's where I knew I wanted to be.
So you wanted to be on the stage, you wanted to be a center of attention maybe, or?
I'm not real big on center of attention, but I did like the idea of performing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, dancers, you audition dancers, or I guess you're always on the lookout for dancers.
Always.
Always. What are you looking for when you are auditioning dancers?
But it's changed through the years. Early on, we were looking for committed persons who could spend the time, to do what we wanted to do. We were only doing local things like schools and PTAs, churches, garden parties, those types of things. As the years have passed and the first company has gotten more professional, we're looking for a dancer who can already dance, a talented dancer who can already dance. We're looking for quality training and quality performing. That's what we're after.
You talk about time. How much time? How much time must a dancer commit to
Lots.
to the company?
It's a full
Example, like 20 hours, 40 hours?
It's a full-time, if dancing is what you want to do as a career.
Full-time gig,
it's
huh?
Full-time gig from early on, from say age 8. You have to dance almost every day. And when you get to be and do it for a living as a professional, you dance 8 hours every day. So it's like any other job. You know, you have to put in a lot of time, probably before college age, you know, to prepare your body and prepare yourself for the profession. That's the best way to do it. Not everybody does it that way. But once you get to that professional level, you have to stay in top-notch condition to be able to pull that kind of schedule.
What do you think it's going to take to get more support, financial support for the arts? What is it going to take? You know, often I've thought, you know, like on the tax returns, the federal tax returns, it says, if you would like to give $1 to the political campaign, please check this box. And I think right next to that, it should be like a little box for the arts. If you would like to give $1 to support the arts, please check this box. What do you think it's going to take to get the support that the arts need?
That would be great if everybody would check it. I think that the new incoming president should have a cabinet member for the arts.
There you go.
Secretary of the Arts. Somebody
There you go.
who just takes care of the arts.
It's so needed. It really is. I want to talk lastly about the season. Tell me what's on the season here. I know you've got something coming up in February.
Right.
Okay.
We have our winter season, and we have Gazelle, which is by George Faison. That it's not a new work for us, but we haven't done it too many times in Dayton. So we're going to redo that. We're redoing District Storyville by Donald McHale, which is a piece on the red light district of New Orleans. And we're doing a new work called Take Off from a Forced Landing by Diane McIntyre, which is based on, her inspiration was her mother, and her mother was one of the first black female aviators to receive a pilot's license in the United States. And she's from Ohio, so we're excited about that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment with my special guest, Fred Klett. Stay with us.
You drive a lot, you've got too much time to think. You're trapped in your car, there's nowhere for you to go. Sooner or later, your mind starts racing, and you think different. I'll give you an example. I'm on the interstate, I see the sign, speed limit, 65 miles per hour. Look at my speedometer, I'm going 75. Then I figured it out. The sign's wrong.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
Oh, I was surprised too. Just as I got up tonight, I got pulled over by a cop. Don't you know what the speed limit is? That's what I was trying to find out when you pulled me over. He said it's 65 miles per hour. I said, why? He says, because that's what the sign says. I said, the sign's wrong. He said, why? I said, because I can go faster.
My guest this evening is Fred Klett. He's currently in town and appearing at Joker's Comedy Cafe. Now, what made you decide to go into comedy?
The hours.
What do you mean by the hours?
I mean, it's not a job, is what I mean.
Okay, so you enjoy the work so much that and the late night audience.
How many people get a chance to do something and earn a living that they don't consider a job?
Oh yeah, very few.
I mean, and you got to consider yourself one of the lucky ones.
I do.
If yeah,
I do.
I mean, you've got the William Pace show. Look at you. Look at this. You've got your own
Dayton's
show.
on.
No, so you can tune into what I'm saying.
I do.
There.
I relate very well to it. Mm-hmm.
It's like you've won a lottery, but you don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so basically, comedy has always been something that you liked since childhood. Then, were you cut up as a child?
No, I grew up in a large family.
Uh-huh.
I had 8 brothers and 1 sister.
Was there a lot of rivalry between you and your brothers and sisters then?
Oh yeah.
So,
well, my sister's the only sister. She's the second youngest. My mom and dad had 8 straight boys before they had a girl.
Mm-hmm. Now, if your sister becomes...
That's persistence.
Yeah, it is.
You really... you want a girl when you do. When you're willing to go through 8 boys...
Uh-huh. So there were...
To have a daughter.
And where does the daughter fit into the 8 boys?
Second youngest.
Second youngest. From the end. Okay.
From the end, no.
Yeah.
Second youngest from the top.
From the top.
There's a big difference there. No, I worked with Jay Leno in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. What does Jay Leno like to work with?
Very nice guy. Mm-hmm. Very nice guy. He reminds me of Pete Schwaba. I believe you had Pete on one of your shows.
Yes,
Very funny man from Chicago. I know him quite well.
He dropped a glass.
Oh, see, he's always dropping
of water on the show.
He's very clumsy, but he's a nice guy. Pete Schwaba is a good friend of mine. He's Jay Leno and Pete hang out a lot.
So what is Jay Leno like? Is he pretty,
He's like Pete. You had Pete on the show, didn't you?
Well, I'm sure Jay Leno doesn't go around dropping glasses and
You'd be surprised. I've seen Jay and Pete walk into a place and escorted out shortly thereafter. I mean, they're very clumsy.
They trash the place or
Oh,
something?
when they're together, those 2 jokers. No, Jay Leno's very nice. He's a very humble person. You know, you hear a lot of nice things about some entertainers, and you wonder if it's true. It's true. He's just very nice, down-to-earth guy, and I hope he has all the success in the world on The Tonight Show, which I would hope to be on. And if any of you people out there would like to call, send letters, Fred Klett on The Tonight Show, let's start that campaign. Let's kick it off in Dayton. These are the bigger name people I've worked with.
I see Sheena Easton on there.
Sheena Easton was very nice.
Now, what was Sheena Easton like to work with?
She's a very, very pretty woman. But they probably know that. But she was sick when I opened her concert. I went into her dressing room after the show and told her, you had a really nice show. And she said, she told me I had a nice show too, and I said, thank you. And then I said, and we were alone, which I thought was interesting.
So.
And then I asked her, I said, Sheena, would you mind if I called you Sheena? And she said, no. And I said, Sheena, could I get my picture taken with you? And she said, no, I'm really not feeling well right now. And I said, sorry I asked, and I left. So that was the
end of that.
The end of that. But so Jerry Seinfeld, worked with Jerry Seinfeld. Look right there. Right there, William.
Yeah, very impressive. So
George Benson, do you know him?
Heard of him.
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson,
Kansas.
Right.
Toured with Kansas. Toured with Kansas.
What was it like touring with Kansas?
Oh, it was wild. The parties they have. Oh, geez.
Who's been your favorite?
I would say Kansas was my favorite because that was the first big name entertainment group I had worked for, and they were just real down to earth, very nice. Before every show, they wished me good luck, and they watched my show and they got into my act, and they were good people. And as you know, there's a lot of entertainers out there that
a lot of people entertainers.
You ask them to do the show and they won't even show up.
Yeah,
I showed up.
Yeah. Where do you want to be in 5 years from now? Where do you want to be?
I would like to have your show. 5 years, I would like to get to a point doing stand-up comedy where people know who I am, they come out to see me, so that, which means I would have to do a lot of television, because you have to have a recognizable name before people are going to come out to see you, but where people are going to come out and see me and I can work the theaters. That's the next venue up. I would love to work the theaters. 3,000 to 5,000 people. Movies, TV, things like that would come along. I'd love to do them.
So would you like to act?
I think I'd be a good actor.
Okay. Would you like to follow in the footsteps of Robin Williams and Billy Crystal and do things like
Billy
that?
Crystal, I would say yes. I really admire what he's done. To me, he's a tremendous talent. He's one of my favorite comics.
Sort of your idol then?
Bill Cosby's my idol.
Really? Why?
Because you think about what Bill Cosby has done. Stand-up is a very difficult type of entertainment to do. You see a lot of stand-ups become very big and then they move on and they kind of leave stand-up behind them. Bill Cosby, as big as he is, has always done stand-up and done it well. You know, you see some people try to do stand-up and it's kind of like it's left them. They don't seem as funny. Bill Cosby, at whatever stage of his life he was in, has always been at the top of the stand-up game. I mean, no other stand-up has ever done what he's done. I think he's the best of all time.
He's phenomenal. He really is.
You should get him to do this show.
Oh, I'm working on it.
And if you get him, I would love to be there.
Okay, it's a deal.
This is the Joker's Club, right here. Come out to this comedy club. They got good comics here. Jokers, okay? I think that's a good wrap.
Okay. And we'll be back in a moment with some closing comments. Stay with us. I'd like to remind you that my show is a paid show. What is a paid show? Well, we pay for the airtime to broadcast the William Pace Show, and we depend heavily upon the revenue from sponsors and advertisers and financial contributions from loyal and devoted viewers like you. We really need your help. We simply couldn't do it without you. To send your financial contribution, checks and money orders should be made payable to the William Pace Show and mailed to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. Your financial contribution, regardless of what size, will help keep the William Pace Show alive. For all your plumbing needs, be sure to call Rambo Westendorf Plumbing Incorporated, your working man's friend. For more information, call Ray at 253-7878. I'd like to leave you with a song called Ave Maria by Gounod.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.